Hello, everyone. I'm Shelby,
And I'm Marcus.
and we're Crugers with the C. Hey, honey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
You're looking good.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
All right, everyone. We're gonna get started tonight, and we're gonna talk about new relationships, the fear and the excitement of new relationships. So, what made me want to talk about this tonight? I seen a comment on a social media website from a young lady that I'm associated with. You know, I used to hang out with her. So she posted a question about she was entering a new relationship and she is scared and excited at the same time. She was scared because of, past hurts. So I was like, that is a good question because I don't know about men, but I know a lot of women feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that way too about coming into this relationship. So I just, wrote down a couple of things and I just wanted to share it. So we have to just remember that this new relationship that we're going into with this person, they're not the person from the past.
Right. I think that's fundamental because if you haven't got over or released all of that past hurt, past pain, and just realize all those past experiences was from somebody else. Now, some things you do have to learn from, but for the most part, you have to recognize that this new person is not that old person.
Right. They weren't there.
Right. And sometimes the situation might not be handled the same way it was handled in the past.
Right.
But I think that's just knowing the person that you're going to be involved with.
That also brings me to another point that I wrote down. You need to bring your new self to this new relationship.
Right.
Because if you have you've been away from your ex for a long time, that is a time for you as a woman to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And know yourself and love yourself, because how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself?
Right.
So if you have done that, then you are basically new. You have a new self. You have a new outlook on things. So you need to bring that new self to that new relationship, meaning how you communicate. It should be different from the way you communicated in that last relationship. If you and this new person get in an argument, it shouldn't be an argument. It should be a deep discussion.
Right.
You should just do everything different from what you did in that past relationship, because if this guy is worth it, then you will bring your new self and you will leave that past behind.
Yeah, but I also think that there's a stigma over black men that we are all the same. And in a lot of cases, if you picking the same type of person, something need to change, because if you picking the same type of person, you might get the same kind of results. So I seen this picture on a social media site, and it was a photograph of one guy leaning on the wall, and it was a lady in a yellow skirt. Then I think it was yellow. Then it was another guy that she was embracing, but the guy on the wall, he had her coat, and they were saying that this is you trying to move on so much. I'm paraphrasing, but this is you trying to move on, but your ex is still holding on to you, and you still emotionally attached to them.
Yeah.
So you got to get rid of all of that.
Yeah, that's another point I wrote down. You have to leave that baggage.
You have to.
Whatever he did, whatever she did, you have to leave it, because this new person won't have a chance. You already just counting this new person out. If you were like, oh, he just like the rest. No, we can't do that. And I must admit, it took me a while to not do that too. I did it before. Mm-hmm. So you just have to know what you want. That's another thing too, ladies.
Right.
If we have a standard, we have to stick to that standard. We cannot compromise, because if you compromise one thing, you're going to compromise a lot of other things in a relationship. If we want this certain type of guy, hopefully all the wants are positive. Right. We need to stick to it and not forget and not compromise. So,
well, I'm just going to play the bad guy. Some things, I wouldn't say like key things that you have to compromise on, but some things that you want, it just might not be in place right now. You might be asking for a person that made 6 figures, and God might send you a plumber. But that plumber is fulfilling every other need that you're looking for. So I would say on some things, on the key factors like not I don't want to say religion, but do you have a relationship with Christ?
Right.
That was one thing for me with you. Where were you as far as a relationship with Christ?
Right.
Another thing was kids. You had one kid, I had one kid. That's what but I prayed, and when I prayed, I got exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. I didn't pray for a perfect person because I knew that I wasn't perfect. So
Right.
that's enough. You gotta have a sense of reality too of what you're praying for.
Right.
So I don't want to go too much into it.
No, but I think you're on point with what I wrote down because, like I said, there are some sacrifices. Yes, we have a standard of what we want, but sometimes you have to sacrifice. However, there are such things as bad sacrifices and
Right.
good sacrifices. Our relationship was not, I'm going to be honest, ladies, was not everything we wanted. He was, but that one thing that I did not want to deal with, y'all probably heard before, a long distance relationship.
Right.
But I made that sacrifice, and look where I'm at now. I'm happily married. So you have to weigh your sacrifices. If it's a bad sacrifice with no benefits in the future, it's time to go. And if it's a good sacrifice, it was a good sacrifice. Yes, I did not want to be in another long distance relationship, but look what I sacrificed and look what I got. So you have to think about it.
But before all of that, I think the main thing was being prayerful.
Yes.
Being prayerful because I wrote down what I wanted. And I got it, but I was prayerful about it. I wasn't just saying, okay, God, send me this woman. And then I'm out just jumping here and there and everywhere.
Right.
You know, so the excitement was a test, but the excitement was waiting. You know, so I was able to say, I'm waiting, I'm good, I'm waiting. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to wait. And you know, that by me waiting, I was able to take care of everything else that I needed to get rid of, work on myself, work on my relationship, and prepare myself for you. So I think that I know that is a factor. You have to be prayerful about it.
Right.
So that's what I got.
I agree with that. We have to be prayerful, ladies. We have to pray for what we want, and we have to know, we have to be confident, and we have to leave those things in the past. We'll make those good sacrifices and be cautious of those bad sacrifices and leave that baggage where it was in the past.
All right.
Well,
done?
that's it. That's my thoughts.
That's my thoughts.
All right.
So until next time, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Shelby.
And we're Crugers with a C.
Bye.
Talk to you later.